Good evening. It is 7:03 and I'm calling the board meeting of District 28, August 26, 2025 to order. Would you please take the roll?
Yep. Member Fonsalter.
Here.
Member Beeftink.
Here.
Member Horowitz.
Here.
Member Weinstock.
Here.
And President Silvershack.
Here.
And absent today is Member Baser and Member Arms.
Yes. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll begin with visitors' comments and presentations. Are there any comments? Hearing none, let's move on to the superintendent's report.
Well, good evening. We have had a great start to the school year. We are so excited to have kind of kicked things off, and the weather has cooperated, and things seem to be going really well at all of our schools. I always mention, and I told the administrators yesterday, that really a smooth start to the year is a testament to the hard work of our staff and our families to really kind of get school going and making sure that everything is ready to go. And that process really starts in the spring with all of the preparations that happen with the class assignments, over the summer with all of the work that our custodial staff and maintenance staff does to our buildings to make sure that they're up and ready to go. And then, of course, the preparation that our teachers do in the classrooms prior to the first day of school. And so, once again, we've had a really great start to the year, and we appreciate all of the leadership that we've had with our staff and families as we've tried to get things going. So I wanted to mention just a couple of things. One is our staffing seems to be on track to where we normally are. We had a total of 65 new staff members that were hired for this year. Generally, a majority of those are assistants. And we had 3 internal hires, and 9 of those were kid care hires, so 9 new kid care positions as well. We still have 11 outstanding positions. Most of those are teaching assistant positions. That is very typical for us at the start of the school year. We do currently have 2 and 1 quasi position, which is a math position at the junior high that's open. There's a sub in that room right now, but we're still looking for an 8th grade math teacher. And we also had a special ed teacher that was hired that actually resigned after the start of the school year. So we are looking for a special ed teacher also at the junior high. The other position that I was mentioning is school psychologist. We always have that position posted. It feels like we're in perpetual hiring season for school psychologists. It's a very difficult position to hire, and we certainly could use one more in the district. And so that is also still posted. So that's kind of what we have currently. Our enrollment seems to be kind of on track. If you remember, we've said as we look at our projections that we're going to always be kind of between that 1,800 and 1,850 students or so, and this year is the same. Last year we ended the year with 1,848. This year we actually started the year with 1,806, which seems to be right there in that same window. So I would say that our enrollment is pretty stable. Also, on the first day with staff, we did have a guest speaker that joined us. Jeffrey Benson is his name. He's actually an expert in social and emotional learning, a national expert, and we had him, he actually Zoomed with the entire district staff really to talk about and help us launch our social and emotional learning curriculum that we are doing this year. I think he was really well received. He's got a lot of great ideas for helping teachers think about how they embed social and emotional learning in their classrooms and really ensure that we're developing that social and emotional learning with our students in all of the interactions that we have throughout the day. So it was even applicable to our teaching assistants, and he led them through some facilitated planning processes to help them really think about how they were going to be intentional or making sure that they would make the social and emotional learning explicit in their classrooms, and ensuring that they really are being thoughtful about embedding some of those things that are really important for the development as we think about our social and emotional curriculum. So we were excited that Jeffrey joined us, and I really think that he had some great ideas for us, and it was a really positive launch for us at the beginning of the year for our social and emotional learning curriculum. I want to talk just a little bit about construction. We can talk more about that in the Buildings and Grounds Committee section, but we did have a groundbreaking at Meadowbrook the Friday before school started, and so we had several students and staff members and a couple of board members that were able to join us. Thank you, Mara and Beth, for coming to join us in the photo opportunity. The fence is up there, and they are ready to begin work on the property. We are very excited. It looks like we are currently on track. We did get a credit back for the work on the stormwater work with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. They actually decided that we didn't have to do one of the things that was in the plan. So it's not often that I'm going to bring news to you that we're getting money back. So I wanted to make sure that we highlighted that today. We are actually getting a refund on part of our budget, because we're not going to need to put in that particular connection with the work that we're doing. So we are on track there, and we look forward to kind of moving forward through the design process, which I'll talk more about in Buildings and Grounds in just a little bit later. Bills for September are Beth. We'll make sure that we remind her, and then just don't forget that in September we always do a dinner before the board meeting with our new staff members, so you'll want to put that on your calendar at 6 p.m. We'll have them at 6, and then we'll have our meeting immediately following the dinner. So that completes the superintendent's report. Thank you. Yes.
A couple questions, Jason.
Sure.
You mentioned that there's a sub for the 8th grade math class right now. Is that a long-term sub or day-to-day?
Yeah, so that person is a long-term sub. It's
Great.
the same person until we are able to fill the position.
Excellent.
Yep.
And then I'm just wondering, you mentioned the all-staff, the SEL speaker. That's part of their opening professional development. Does staff fill out evaluations so that you're able to hear how effective those offerings are?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do get those back,
Okay.
and so Dr. Raitzer collects those,
Yeah.
and we have to do them for the state as well,
Right.
because we give credit
Okay.
for those days.
All right, great. So, okay, so when you say that he was well received, that's documented and that's based on data?
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, and
Excellent.
the reason that Jeffrey came to work with us is because he had worked with the SEL committee.
Mm-hmm.
So he already had a connection to us, and folks in the SEL committee found his work to be valuable. Ginny Hiltz has actually
Mhm.
led professional development on the book from which the content that he delivered last week was from, as well as another book that he has published. So
Great,
we've-
fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've worked with his content quite a bit.
Great, thank you.
Well, and I would say too, just anecdotally, I feel like we
Yeah.
got some positive feedback from staff that they
Great.
felt like that was a good use of their time.
Excellent,
Yeah.
great. Okay. Moving along to approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting, July 22nd, and the committee of the whole meeting for July 22nd as well?
So moved.
Second. Member Weinstock?
Aye.
Member Fonzelter?
Aye.
Member Beefting?
Abstain?
Member Horowitz?
Aye.
And President Silvershack.
Aye. Moving on to the consent agenda. Is there anything that anyone would like to pull out of the consent agenda? Okay, starting with, oh wait, we do this whole thing, right? I forget.
Yes.
Okay. Go
But I
ahead.
would like to just mention a couple of things that are on here that we have sent some information to all of you in the board update. One is the owner's representative construction manager position. We talked a little bit about that with the Buildings and Grounds committee meeting, at the Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting last week. We did both an RFQ for a firm as well as posted the position for an individual. The RFQs for the firms came back at really over $1 million for the 3 years, which we felt like was really too expensive, and so we are proposing that we move forward with hiring someone in this position that would be a district employee. That cost would be substantially less over the course of the project for us, and we would also have someone that would be able to be dedicated full-time to our projects and supervising that work. So it's a request for qualifications. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that, and we put this in here for approval because this is a brand new position for us, and we wanted to make sure that you had a chance to see the job description before we moved forward with hiring someone. We do have a preferred candidate that we're working with and talking with about, and he has not accepted the position yet, but we've made an offer. Thank you.
Does he have a deadline for accepting, or?
He had a family commitment.
Right, this I
and
know.
so he was in communication with us yesterday,
Okay.
and we're back and forth with
Oh,
some.
okay,
Yep.
okay, so,
Yep.
yeah, okay, great. All right.
Happy to mention the bills.
Oh.
I sat down today before the meeting with Jessica, reviewed some of the bills that I had questions about. As always, she answered them to my satisfaction. We also talked a little bit about kind of the processes in place for managing some of the larger construction-related bills that have been coming in and will continue to come in. And so no comments from me on any of that.
Great, thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Member Beeftank,
Aye.
Member Weinstock,
Aye.
Member Fonzelter,
Aye.
Member Horowitz,
Aye.
and President Silvershack.
Aye. Moving along to committee reports, beginning with finance.
No official report in this month. I'm saving it all for next month. And you
Yes.
hear enough from me most of the months.
Yes, yes, okay, thank you. Human resources, Edward.
So Dr. Pearson already mentioned our outstanding vacancies. Our next item, the salary placement schedules. So just want to share with you all that we have worked on creating salary placement schedules for our different instructional assistant groups. So we essentially have 5 different instructional assistant groups with kindergarten, 1st through 5th grade classroom assistants, our YE and special education assistants, our foundational program assistants, and our library media assistants. And so what we've done is created a salary placement schedule so that we can be more competitive when it comes to hiring and retaining personnel in those categories. Having the placement schedules allows us to recognize prior relevant experience so that we can compensate people based on their experience that they bring to the district. And so just wanted to share that with you, that that's something we've been working on for a while. And it also helps to simplify our payroll process as well, with having fewer rates to keep track of when it comes to compensating people. I just wanted to mention that to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Student services.
Actually, I'm sorry. Do we have a few items for action?
Oh, I apologize, yes.
No worries.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yes, we have the 2026 Library and Media Assistant updated hourly rates. Yes, we need to approve that. Is there a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. So just going to share quickly, in creating a placement schedule for our library media assistants, we can now place them according to their experience. And with that, there's updates to their hourly rates and salaries that we're asking for you to approve, please.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've had a motion and a second.
Member Weinstock,
Aye.
Member Beeftank,
Aye.
Member Horowitz,
Aye.
Member Fonzelter,
Aye.
and President Silvershack.
Aye. Next is FY 2026 extra section stipend. Would you like to speak on that, Edward?
Sure. So this is an annual item that we do every year for those staff who have an overload assignment. If they teach an extra section or they teach a split class with another colleague, we have language in our negotiated agreement that stipulates how people are compensated for those additional assignments, as well as at the junior high. If we have teachers who, any content area teacher who teaches a fourth section, and then other teachers who teach a sixth section with an X block, we have compensation for them as well. And so this is just an annual routine item that we ask for you to approve.
Right.
Are these amounts then just formulaic based on the contract?
They are.
Okay.
They are. It's in the negotiated agreement on the website. You can see it's Appendix 3 if you want to see the
Impressive.
formula. Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Show off.
We'll see.
Okay. That was good. Do we have a motion to approve the extra section stipends?
So moved?
Second.
Okay. Member Weinstock?
Aye.
Member Beeftank?
Aye.
Member Horowitz?
Aye.
Member Von Zelter?
Aye.
And President Silvershack.
Aye. And substitute daily rate, retired teachers and assistants. Edward?
District 28 has beloved retirees who are very kind enough to come back to substitute in the district. And so with that, we would like to improve their compensation as well for coming back and supporting the district for when we have absences that need coverage. And so with that, we're asking that you approve their daily stipend, which is different from our external sub-stipend, which is $135 per day. And this is distinctively higher, so we can recognize the prior service they've given to the district and staying in the district to help with covering absences.
Is there a motion to approve the FY 2026 substitute daily rate, retired teachers and assistants?
So moved.
Second.
Member Von Zelter?
Aye.
Member Beeftank?
Aye.
Member Horowitz?
Aye.
Member Weinstock?
Aye.
And President Silvershack.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Edward. Moving on to student services, Kelly.
No report this evening.
Thank you. And teaching and learning, summer professional learning. Let's
Good
hear it.
evening, everybody. I'd like to take just a couple of minutes to recap our summer professional learning. Our District 28 educators took part in a wide range of professional learning experiences designed to deepen instructional expertise, support student well-being, and move our district priorities forward. The sessions reflected both new curriculum adoptions and topics that teachers themselves identified as most relevant. Just a few highlights to share. To support in the area of literacy instruction, teachers participated in multiple day trainings for Into Reading, which is our new literacy program. And they also engaged in sessions on building inclusive classroom libraries and integrating diverse text to ensure all students see themselves reflected in what they read. In math, teachers explored strategies to strengthen instruction through formative assessments, targeted differentiation, and tools to better support student achievement. And to support social emotional learning, our staff previewed our new SEL curricula, Wayfinder for grades 3 through 8 and Everyday Speech for early childhood through 2nd grade. And they also joined workshops on belonging, happiness, and wellness, underscoring our commitment to both student and staff well-being. For our multilingual learners and inclusive classrooms, educators participated in professional learning on differentiation strategies, universal design for learning, and approaches that make our classrooms more accessible for all students. In the area of technology and innovation, teachers explored practical applications of AI, iPad integration, Google tools, Canva, and strategies for digital organization. And we also focused on health, safety, and crisis readiness by offering multiple CPR and CPI refresher trainings, ensuring our staff are prepared to respond to emergencies. So altogether, once again this year, the summer professional learning is a testament to the commitment of our educators to continue to grow and to collaborate. And we're excited to see them implement their new ideas in their classrooms this year.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments for Chris? Okay, moving on to, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Moving on to buildings and grounds. Jason, would you like to update us on the summer projects?
I think Jessica's
Or-
gonna do
okay.
that, yep.
Yeah, So I'm just going to run down some of the bigger ones. We replaced the Westmore bus lane, and that is 100% complete and had about a $10,000 credit that was built in as an allowance because they weren't sure once they dug it up what they were going to run into for soil quality underneath. So that one cost less than we initially anticipated. The roofing project here at MBJH is mostly done. There is some punch list items still to complete. We are sealed and tight and not leaking, but the amount of rain we had over the summer while this project was happening really delayed the project. They worked weekends, mostly complete, just some punch list. HVAC upgrades, the physical pieces in the classroom are complete. There's some still behind the scene work happening on the software programming. For some of them, the bigger air handling unit replacement at Westmore and Greenbrier, again, there's still some punch list items there, but they are up and running and functional, minor issues. The door projects that we had are mostly complete except for some replacement doors that still haven't been shipped from the manufacturer. So you'll notice some of the dogging alerts on our doors when you walk out have been completed. But we're still waiting for some materials. And the Greenbrier paver parking lot is complete and looks great. That contractor did a good job for us.
Thank you. Geocon material testing proposal for Meadowbrook. Jessica?
Yeah, so as they excavate for the new gymnasium, they'll need to be doing soil testing throughout. They did do initial borings to test the site on whole, but as they continue to excavate major places, they'll need to continue to do testing on the materials throughout. So proposal before you for to bring Geocon on. They'll bill us on a time and material basis, and they have estimated the not to exceed amount in the contract.
Okay, that's an action item. Do we have a motion to approve the Geocon material testing proposal for Meadowbrook?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Member Horowitz,
Aye.
Member Weinstock,
Aye.
Member Fonzelter,
Aye.
Member Beef Tank,
Aye.
and President Silvershack.
Aye. HR Green Plumbing Inspection Proposal for Meadowbrook.
So as we complete parts of the plumbing, we'll need an inspector to come out to make sure the connections are correct and accurate per the drawings. There is a state inspection available for free, but they run 4 to 6 weeks behind, greatly delay our project if we continue to wait as we finish plumbing. So we'll have this on-call contract with the plumber that will be billed on time and materials, and they are estimating not to exceed $5,000.
Are there
What
any-
is-
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna, can you remind us, we have, that maybe this is because it's related to a larger project that it's here, but we have a minimum number, right, that is typically a threshold for
Yeah,
needing
so
approval?
good question. So for major construction, it's $50,000 for board approval. It's $25,000 per board policy for most
Okay.
expenses. And we're just, for transparency, hoping to keep everyone abreast of what contracts we're signing. In the future, per your direction, if you'd like us to go ahead and sign these and then bring them to you for information, we're happy to do that.
And I think we'll get to the point where we'll have to do that, right? Because we only meet once a month. So there will be things that will come through that we're just gonna have to approve. You'll approve the bid. So when we do the bigger projects, you're gonna approve the overall bid. Some of these things are things that are fee-for-service add-ons to the project, which is why they're showing up on your agenda. But going forward, we'll be approving them and then just including them in your list of bills. That's a great question.
Yes, thank you, Adam. It definitely helps keep the project moving.
Yes, that's what we want, timely. Yes. And that is also an action item. Is there a motion to approve the HR Green Plumbing Inspection Proposal for Meadowbrook?
So moved?
Second.
Who was the second? Sorry.
Diana?
Okay, Member Weinstock,
Aye.
Member Horowitz,
Aye.
Member Fonzelter,
Aye.
Member Beef Tank,
Aye.
and President Silvershack.
Aye. And finally, the Pay at Meadowbrook Gym Construction.
So We will be approving pay apps for them. You did award a contract for $7.5 almost million. But as they submit applications from payment, we will be bringing them to the board for approval.
And is there a motion to approve the pay at Meadowbrook gym construction?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Member Weinstock?
Aye.
Member Horowitz?
Aye.
Member Fonsalter?
Aye.
Member Beeftank?
Aye.
And President Silvershack.
Aye. Thank you. Moving on to legislation. Chris, do you have an update for us?
No update yet, but looking forward to one when they're back in session.
Yes, yeah, still quiet. Thank you. Moving on to policy. Do we have a policy update? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. And communications.
Yes, I just have two save the dates for each of you. You may have seen in my update last week. I'd like to get updated and uniform headshots of each of you. It'll just be easier to do some graphic design work and stuff with that, with the updated headshots. So picture day here at MBJH is on Thursday, September 11th. So I'm not sure yet what time they'll be taking pictures. I think it's all day, but I will let you guys know when you can stop by if you're able to on that day. And if you can't make it that day, there are retakes on Thursday, October 23rd in the morning. If you can't make either of those days, please let me know, because we might be able to squeeze you into like an elementary school school picture day. So it'll just be easier with the formatting for me to do some things. So if you can let me know if you can't make either of those days, then I can maybe sign you up for another day.
Will we receive the proofs?
Well, I think they only give one choice, so if you don't like that
I mean,
choice,
do we get a picture? Like we get to keep one? Okay.
you the digital picture?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I
Okay.
can send you the digital
Just wondering.
picture.
Okay. Be my new headshot.
We're all going to
Use
be
the new headshot.
Yeah.
we're all going to be older than we were in our last picture. I'm pretty sure of that.
That's what
So
Photoshop is for.
I don't know. I get school pictures every year still, so I don't know about you guys. Okay. Oh, and is there something else?
No,
Is
that was
okay.
it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And True North, Adam, take it away.
True North has been very busy, so I'll go ahead with an update from the last couple of meetings over the summer. First, good news, True North, just like us, is back in session, and it sounds like they're off to a good start, and it's a sort of business as usual school year there. So I think that's a credit to the interim leadership that was in command over the course of the summer. In addition, at the last meeting, we approved the contracts for the new interim superintendents. There's two of them, James Gunnell and James Nelson, are going to be sharing duties. They both have a lot of experience working with co-ops in similar situations, and so I think it's going to be really, really valuable to have their leadership at this time. The other major thing, if you recall, is we and all of the other member districts voted to withdraw in order to just preserve our options going forward, with the expectation that the districts would collaborate to come up with the path forward for True North. And there's essentially two options that the superintendent task forces are exploring. One would be dissolution of the co-op. The other is some sort of reorganization. They've started putting a lot of thought into that and previewed a little bit of what it might look like. But right now their plan is to come back to the Leadership Council with a special meeting in September to sort of go through those options in a lot more detail. They're then going to be asking us in each other district to advise them at the October meeting, what our thoughts are, what our vote would be. Essentially, would we vote to dissolve or would we vote to reorganize on that basis? And based on the results of that, they'll pursue one of those paths in earnest. So a lot more to come, and once we have that update in September, in advance of our next meeting here, we'll look forward to kind of having a good discussion around that.
Are there any questions for Adam, or would anybody, or Jason, would you like to add to that?
No, I actually serve on the superintendent's task force for dissolution, and we're actually hosting in Northbrook next week the joint task force meetings of both of the superintendent groups. It's been really a great process, I think, and we're all trying to be very thoughtful as we work through the options that might be available moving forward. It's very complicated. It's not as simple as you might think, because every district and their decision and the students that are being served, it's all variables in the calculation. And we're just trying to make sure that we keep our students at the center of the conversation and ensuring that there's continuity of programs and services that are really needed for students in our community.
I guess the other point that I didn't mention is I did say it's business as usual. That's the plan for this entire school year. Either plan would be a 3-year roll-off process, so there'd be some ramp down in services in year 2, and then potentially further changes in year 3, depending on which path gets selected.
Are there any questions or comments? And I know that we've discussed in our district that we're confident that no matter the outcome, our students will continue to be serviced to the highest standard, whether it is with True North or within our home district or another avenue that is pursued. Okay, moving on. Do we have any new business? Hearing none, we are going to move into closed session for the purpose of the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel for the district, including testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee or against legal counsel for the district to determine its validity as authorized by statute. Is there a motion to, wait, do I have to close that first? To move into closed session? Yes.
So moved. Second.
Great. Member Horowitz?
Aye.
Member Beeftank?
Aye.
Member Fonzelter?
Aye.
Member Weinstock?
Aye.
And President Silvershack.
Aye. Thank you. And now we move to, it is, let's see what time. It is 7:34, and we are going to adjourn the meeting of District 28 Board. Is there a motion to no, I don't need a motion. Just kidding. We are going to stop the recording.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still new at this. And after our closed session, all we have is adjournment, and so we will adjourn off camera so as to allow our AV person to leave and go home for the evening. So